Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Musky again, we're back with some more anime review, to be exact. Well, it's mostly what I think about the anime than reviewing the anime, but I do like to think about put out my opinion. So that's more like it than anything else. Everybody can have different opinions, and this is mine. So, well, my last few anime videos have been doing pretty good, so I decided to do another one. And there will be like 1 or 2 per week because I need to watch 12 episodes of certain anime, or sometimes even 24 episodes if it's a long anime. So maybe once a week can also be a thing. Right now, what I'm watching is I'm standing over 100k lives. I think that was the one I was watching. Well, I'm completed the first season. I'll watch the second soon, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We could talk about the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. That's the English name. The Japanese name is Seiken Gakuin no Makentsukai. I think that's how we pronounce it. I'm not fluent in Japanese, okay? Just leave me be. Anyways, now this anime, we're going to talk about the good, bad, the best, and the worst part of the anime. What's good about the characters, what's bad about the characters, what are the best things about the characters of the anime, and what were the worst things about the character of the anime, and what's the weak and the strong point of the anime, and whether you guys should watch it or not, according to all my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion and what I think. And I'll finally rate the anime. I rated it on my anime list that I have. Oh, we're just gonna break down all these aspects, and we're gonna get straight away into the goods of the anime. Well, I need to shorten the name. Is there a way to shorten the name? It's way too big. Let's just call it the Demon Sword Master. There we go. Demon Sword Master is like a visually appealing world. It has a really good looking world. The animation, it's not really the top notch, but it's clean and colorful with some decent action sequences that keep you engaged. The pacing is fairly smooth as well, and the fantasy setting is kind of rich, mixing soulmanship and magic in a way that's entertaining for the fans of this genre. The soundtrack is also pretty good. I liked most of the soundtrack throughout the whole anime, and it kind of also amps up the intensity of it during the battle scenes and provides a calming backdrop during the character-driven moments. It's not groundbreaking, but it does the job nicely. What's the bad about it? Unfortunately, it's just a generic anime. That's the big issue. Like, it's something we have already seen, like Fantasy School Anime. There are like many examples I can give you of Fantasy School Anime which are like far better than this, and also like like bad examples like Infant Stratos or something like that. But yeah, this one, we have seen like these overpowered characters go into like a secret agent into a school or something so that they can understand this world better. I think we've seen this trope way too many times, and sometimes I don't mind the tropes or anything. I don't mind the cliches. I don't mind all that, but it depends a lot on the execution, because a lot of you can't make a story good without having a good execution. That's the main thing. There will be cliches no matter how you go with it, but how you handle those cliches. Like some of the anime that handles some of the best cliches is Black Clover. Black Clover is cliche AF, and it's definitely a shonen trash, but I love that because its execution is phenomenal. Oh, another downside of this anime is that it doesn't deep dive into like its lore. The world is really fascinating, but it barely even scratches the surface, which leaves a lot to be decided in terms of world building. It feels one of those anime which are just used as a promotion material, which I'm going to talk about later this week or maybe next week about another anime that I watched, and I really loved that one, and I was really disappointed to know that this anime most probably won't get a season 2. But yeah, we'll talk about that whenever I get to that one. What was the best part of the anime? I think that's it's gonna be the action scenes. I think when the show focuses on its fight scenes, it's really just shines all the anime together. The combination of swordplay and magic and battle is handled in a way that feels exciting, and the choreography, which is not mind-blowing, it's definitely a highlight of this series. There's also some nice character growth when it comes to the lead character. I don't remember his name. I think so his name was like Leonis or something. Because again, it felt very generic, so that's the reason why. He's a demon lord of like the previous era where he used to be a hero previously before turning to a demon lord, and again we have seen this trope as well. Well, he's trying to navigate this completely new era, and seeing him gradually adjust to the world is one of the biggest elements of the show that I think so is really the best part of it. But the worst just takes over for it because it's just like there's so much fan service and it's overused. Again, fan service, I don't mind it. I like it in fact, but when it gets overused, it feels unnecessary most of the time, and it just takes away the charm of the show. Some of the shows do really good fan service, and I appreciate that, but a show where it's way too much is kind of like, yeah, no. So it just feels overdone at times. The show tries to like throw in comedic and awkward moments involving all the female leads in this anime, but instead of enhancing the story in an harem anime, it just distracts everything from the plot. And for those who prefer a serious narrative, there are moments that like it can be a big turn off because it's just one moment this guy is like being serious and fighting stuff. Next moment, we are having girls naked bathing. That's basically how it can put it. The story really lacks a depth, but many of the plot twists as well. Like it's so predictable and in your face that it's really never satisfying, and it never really challenges the viewer's exception. It feels when you're watching this, a lot of stuff just feels very unsatisfying, and that's most probably the worst part of it because it just overshadows every good part of the anime because of how most of the things just feel very unsatisfying to watch. Now, while there is the worst part of the anime, there is good part of the anime as well, like the characters. There are a few bright spots here and there with the main character being a compelling figure and he's overpowered, and he's struggling to adapt to this new time period, which is quite interesting to see because, again, while this has been done, this is something different from the time it has been done, so it kind of gets interesting at that moment. He has shown moments of vulnerability that humanize him as well, and there are a few fun side characters like the maid that the main female lead has, who is like like a complete pervert, I would say, but still like she does have some kind of plot device there to keep her there. And Rizelia, of course, the main character, I don't remember her name because she has silver hairs and I'm really a sucker for silver hair characters, but she does add some personality to the anime and I like that in a way. Now what's the bad about the characters? Okay. The major with the harem anime, when there are like too many characters, you cannot put emphasis on just a single character because most of the time Rizelia, the main character, main female lead, was always in the spotlight. While I did say the maid was there, it's just she is there for like 3 episodes out of 9, not 9, sorry, 12 episodes. 9 episodes are just the other 2 characters just don't feel that relevant. They feel very irrelevant to the whole plot line, especially with the ending where there is another elf hero that appears. She feels very much irrelevant to everything that is happening around her, and it just doesn't help with the fact that every character feels one-dimensional. Not every character, but like the side characters who are there. And it also has a major issue of once this character is dead, they are never mentioned again, and that's kind of like one of the things that really like sets back the anime, and it kind of takes away from these characters who have very interesting design to them but just never used properly. That kind of feels mediocre writing at best, and feels like there is a bunch of plot holes everywhere with these characters and how one-dimensional they are. Well, the interaction between the characters are fun though. There can be like their interactions like can have these light-hearted moments at times, which is much needed. at some point, and because how the show's nature is, it really helps out with those interaction. And also another thing about the character is, again, Leonis is the main character. His personality clash with the modern world is something that's really interesting to see, because he's new to this type of environment. This wasn't there like thousands of years ago, before, when he was like this skeleton demon lord, but now he's this alive demon lord, and that's how it works. What is the strong point of the anime? Again, I'll say the action, but more than action, I think it's the aesthetic of the show. The fantasy elements are really intriguing, and when battle happens, they're fun to watch. So yeah, that's really the strong point of the anime. But again, the weak point of the anime is just like, it feels like a show you can find and just watch like a better show, maybe something like a misfit of Demon King Academy. I think that's what it's called. But I know it's faulty go to the show, but I know season 2 was trash. But like, you can always watch something better than this. That's the thing. Maybe something like Fate. Fate has a very similar premise, but it's like reversed, because in Fate the heroes come to the real world, and yeah, that's but yeah, it just doesn't bring anything new to the table, and it's very predictable from the start to the finish. Again, predictability is not a thing, but it's the way, like, I know when I'm watching One Piece that Luffy is gonna win a fight against a certain character. Sometimes he won't, but most of the times I know this character Luffy is gonna defeat at some point. It's about how that character is going to defeat the other character, because I already know that this character is so overpowered that he can defeat these this other characters in this anime, the Demon King Academy, Excalibur Academy anime. Like, I already know that this Demon King, the previous Demon King, is gonna defeat the villain, whichever villain appears. But it's like, I also know that kind of, I can predict from the start that how he's going to defeat him and everything. It's nothing special, and it doesn't like really show any kind of speciality in that sort of way. Like, it's just so predictable in things. As for whether you should watch it, well, if you're a fan of fantasy school setting and don't mind tropes that you've seen before, yeah, it's worth a watch. It's light, fun, and has some cool moments here and there. But if you're looking for something deeper and more original, you might want to skip this, or just lower your expectations. As for what I'll rate it, I'll most probably give it a 6 out of 10. It's an average, mediocre anime that you can find at any time. It's enjoyable to watch, but it doesn't leave a lasting impact, and most probably you'll forget about it after like watching it once. So yeah, I think the 6 is a perfect rating for this. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next time when I come around, I'll most probably do another anime review. I don't have any games to review yet. I'm playing Age of Mythology. Once I'm done with that game, I will get to that as well. But this is my review for the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. There we go. I said it. Until next time, peace out, boys.